570 targeting bra 050 40-25.000 διπλή επαφή.
Star Blue Fence-In, subscribe και σχόλιο και join για τα έξτρα πλεονεκτήματα. Καλώς ορίσατε σε άλλη μια πτήση στη Fighter Palio Tex και επειδή ξέρω ότι σας αρέσουν οι ιστορίες θα ξεκινήσω με μια ιστορία. Story time λοιπόν, όπως λένε και οι διάφοροι influencers στο TikTok. Αμερική 2002 στην 162 πτέρυγα διεθνούς εκπαίδευσης στην Tucson της Αριζόνα, που ήμασταν εκεί με τους υπόλοιπους Έλληνες για να μεταπηδήσουμε από το προηγούμενο αεροσκάφη που πετούσαμε σαν έμπειροι στο F-16 εν ώψη της αγοράς των Block 52 Plus που ετοιμαζόταν να αγοράσει η ελληνική πολεμική αεροπορία. Στη μοίρα αυτή, στην πτέρυγα αυτή, την 162, υπήρχαν όλων των ειδών οι αεροπόροι, ήταν περίπου 40-50 εκπαιδευτές από όλα τα σώματα των ενόπλων δυνάμεων των ΗΠΑ, στρατό, ναυτικό, αεροπορίας, πεζοναύτες. Και έφεδροι και εν ενεργεία. Πιο πολλοί έφεδροι, λιγότεροι εν ενεργεία. Στη μοίρα η συμπεριφορά των ανθρώπων αυτών, των εκπαιδευτών των Αμερικάνων, ήταν διαφορετική ανάλογα από ποιο σώμα προερχόταν ο καθένας. Οι πιο στρατόγκαμπλοι και πιο αυστηροί και πιο πολύ τυπικοί, τυπίκουρες, ήταν οι της αεροπορίας η εν ενεργεία, μετά ήταν οι έφεδροι της αεροπορίας. Στο άλλο άκρο η πιο διάλυση ήταν οι πεζοναύτες, έφεδροι ή εν ενεργεία, νομίζω εν ενεργεία δεν είχαμε μόνο εφέδρους, και εκεί ανάμεσα υπήρχαν και του πολεμικού ναυτικού, οι οποίοι ήταν οι πιο cool τύποι, οι πιο χαλαροί, διαβασμένοι, ικανοί, αλλά δεν χαλούσε και ο κόσμος αν έκανες κανένα λάθος. Με λίγα λόγια δεν ρίχνανε το κόκκινο τόσο εύκολα όσο οι τρελαμένοι οι αεροπόροι. Είχαμε λοιπόν, βλέπαμε τους εκπαιδευτές αυτούς στη μοίρα. Κάθε φορά το πρόγραμμα έβγαινε την προηγούμενη μέρα για την επόμενη και για να μάθεις με ποιον πετάς έπρεπε να πάρεις ένα τηλέφωνο, να ακούσεις ένα ηχογραφημένο μήνυμα που μιλούσαν εκεί με αμερικάνικα για να δεις τι ώρα πετάς, με ποιον πετάς και τι αποστολή πετάς. Ακούγαμε το μήνυμα εννοείται 10-15 φορές μέχρι να καταλάβουμε τι λέγανε αυτοί, γιατί τα αγγλικά δεν είναι η μητρική μας γλώσσα, και πήγαιναμε την επόμενη μέρα και πετούσαμε. Λοιπόν, είχαμε λοιπόν μία άποψη για τον κάθε εκπαιδευτή. Και όταν πετούσε με κάποιο εκπαιδευτή, ρωτούσες τι λέει αυτός, είναι καλός, έχει πετάξει χάνει μαζί του, τι κουσουριά έχει. Και έτσι ψιλοεπιβιώσαμε λοιπόν όλοι οι αεροπόροι με όσο δυνατόν λιγότερες αποτυχίες, τα λεγόμενα κόκκινα, την εκπαίδευση στην Αμερική. Τους ίδιους εκπαιδευτές τώρα τους βλέπαμε και σε κάποιες κοινωνικές εκδηλώσεις εκτός μοίρας που υποτίθεται ότι ήμασταν πιο χαλαροί και μπορούσαμε να ανταλλάξουμε μια κουβέντα. Θυμάμαι λοιπόν μια τέτοια εκδήλωση, barbecue. Είμαι δίπλα στο barbecue και ακούω ένα εκπαιδευτή, τον Άγιαξ τότε, να λέει, χασκογελώντας και με ένα ύφος έτσι 1000 καρδιναλίων, πως στον πόλεμο του κόλπου ήταν με το AV-8, είχε ένα kill box και έβλεπε, λέει, στο target point τα κεφάλια των Ιρακινών να ανατινάζονται, των πεζών τώρα, των ανθρώπων, όταν τους έριχνε πυράβλους ή τους προβολούσε με το πυροβόλο. Ό,τι κινιόταν, λέει, μέσα στο kill box το είχε καθαρίσει. Και το έλεγε με ένα ύφος, αδιαφορώντας βέβαια ότι μιλούσε για ανθρώπινες ζωές, ήταν προφανές. Εντάξει, εγώ προσωπικά που άκουσα ζήτηση δεν αισθανόμουν και πάρα πολύ άνετα. Εντάξει, ψιλοσφίχτηκα. Λέω εντάξει, γνωστός παπάρας αυτός, τον ξέραμε τι είδος είναι εκπαιδευτής. Πάω παρακάτω. Στην ίδια συγκέντρωση ήταν και ο Έρικ, ο Σάλομονσον, καλή του ώρα που είναι αυτός ο άνθρωπος τώρα. Ο Έρικ ο Σάλομονσον από την πολεμική αεροπορία τον είπα, έφεδρος τότε, ένα καλό παιδί, εκπαιδευτής, σεμνός. Με αυτόν είχα πετάξει τις αξιολογήσεις μου. Και ήταν ένας ωραίος cool τύπος. Μέχρι εκεί. Ήξερα ότι πετούσε Α10 στον πόλεμο και ήξερα ότι είχε και εμπειρία στον πόλεμο του κόλπου. Όπως αρκετοί εκπαιδευτές μας τότε είχαν εμπειρία σε πολεμικές αποστολές. Και αυτό ήταν ένα από τα εντυπωσιακά πράγματα που ζήσαμε εκεί εκπαιδευόμενοι στην 162. Αποφυτούμε, περνάνε τα χρόνια, περνάνε οι μήνες. Δεκέμβριος 2002 τοποθετούμε στο Βόλο, στην 347 και έμενα στα οικήματα Γάμων. Δίπλα θυμάμαι κολλητά μέναμε με το Μακαρί τον Λιάκη στα οικήματα Γάμων στο Βόλο. Διαβάζοντας λοιπόν μια μέρα, ξεφυλίζοντας ένα περιοδικό, δεν θυμάμαι ακριβώς, πέφτω πάνω σε μια ιστορία που μιλούσε για τον πόλεμο του κόλπου. Και διαβάζω λοιπόν και λέει ότι στις 25 Φεβρουαρίου του 1991 ένα ζεύγος Α10 που αποτελειότανε από το νούμερο 2 τον Μάρξ, υποσμηναγό Μάρξ, και με αρχηγό τον σμηναγό Έρικ Φις Σάλομονσον. Πετάξανε 3 αποστολές την ίδια μέρα στο Κουβέιτ και στο Ιράκ και καταστρέψαν 23 Ιρακινά τάγκς, χρησιμοποιώντας πυράβλους AGM-65 και το πυροβόλο τον Γκάου-8, αυτό το τεράστιο το 30. Παθαίνω σοκ. Λέω, κοίτα, αυτός είναι ο Σολομός, ο Σάλομονσον. Παρένθεση εδώ, αυτόν του φωνάζαμε Σολομό, γιατί και το όνομά του και το παρουσιαστικό του έμοιαζε με έναν εκπαιδευτή που έτυχε όλοι εμείς να έχουμε στην Καλαμάτα όταν ήμασταν εκπαιδευόμενοι Ίκαροι. Τον Σολομό καλή του ώρα, δεν ξέρω που είναι ο άνθρωπος, πάντως έμοιαζε και το παρουσιαστικό του και το στυλάκι του με το Σολομό και το φωνάζαμε λοιπόν χαϊδευτικά εμείς Σολομό. Αυτός ο άνθρωπος λοιπόν είχε τέτοιες δάφνες, αυτό είναι το μεγαλύτερο κατόρθωμα, θεωρείται το μεγαλύτερο κατόρθωμα αεροπόρου όσον αφορά στόχους εδάφους παγκοσμίως, 23 τάγκς ένας σχηματισμός σε μία μέρα. Εντάξει. Και αυτός ο άνθρωπος ήταν από τους πιο σεμνούς εκεί. Δεν τον έβαζε το μάτι σου. Καλός άνθρωπος, ψυχή, ωραία κτλ. Και λέω, κοίτα να δεις έναν άνθρωπο. Και το σύγκρινα με τον άλλο τον παπάρα, σαν να λέμε, που έλεγε αυτές τις ιστορίες που αφιβάλλω αν ήταν και αληθινές. Τέλος πάντων, αυτό με επηρέασε αυτό το γεγονός ότι εγώ είχα την ευκαιρία, αν γνώριζα περισσότερα για το περιστατικό ή το ξέρω το περιστατικό, να το ρωτήσω και να μάθω παραπάνω. Δυστυχώς την έχασα. Είμαι όμως πολύ περήφανος που γνώρισα αυτόν τον άνθρωπο και επειδή έτσι επηρεάστηκα από αυτό το γεγονός, άρχισα να διαβάζω για το Α10 για να μάθω τι μπορεί να κάνει σε ένα αεροπλάνο και είδα ότι είναι ένα καταπληκτικό εργαλείο χειρουργικών επεμβάσεων σε στόχους πολύ κοντά στα φύλλα εδάφη, δηλαδή φτιαγμένο και δοκιμασμένο στην εγγύης αεροπορική υποστήριξη κτλ. Όταν λοιπόν ξεκίνησα να πετάω DCS πριν 5 χρόνια, λέω το πρώτο αεροπλάνο που θα πετάξω είναι το Α10. I should have known better, όπως λένε και οι Εγγλέζοι. Είναι το πιο πλήρες μοντέλο στο DCS. Είναι ίσως το μοναδικό που έχει και διαδικασίες ανάγκης και μπορείς να αντιμετωπίσεις στον αέρα. Είναι το μοντέλο που εξαιτίας του η εταιρεία Thrustmaster έβγαλε την πρώτη ρέπλικα με ακρίβεια χειριστηρίων αεροσκάφους, τη μανέτα ισχύως με όλους τους διακόπτες σχεδόν ίδιους όπως είναι στο πραγματικό αεροπλάνο και το stick, το οποίο ξέρουμε όλοι ότι είναι δανεισμένο από το F-16. Και μετά αρχίσανε όλες οι άλλες εταιρείες να αντιγράφουν τη Thrustmaster και να βγάζουμε τα προϊόντα που βλέπετε σήμερα, που υπάρχει μεγάλη ποικιλία. Παρεμπιπτόντως αυτή είναι μια πολύ ανθυρή βιομηχανία που αυξάνει καθημερινά τους παγκόσμιους τζίρους της και έχετε δει πόσες εταιρείες έχουν ξεπηδήσει μετά τη Thrustmaster, η Whirlpool, η Wing κτλ, η Moza τώρα κτλ. Οπότε ξεκίνησα λοιπόν να πετάω με το Α10, είδα πόσο δύσκολο είναι, έχει απίστευτο διάβασμα, μόνο το manual για το DCS, από το DCS είναι 600 σελίδες, πλησιάζει δηλαδή το πραγματικό παύλα ένα αεροπλάνου, παλιό σκαρί, με ενσωματωμένες σύγχρονες τεχνολογίες που βρήκανε off the shelf, δηλαδή από την υπάρχουσα αεροπορική βιομηχανία, δεν αναπτύχθηκε κάτι καινούργιο για να το αναβαθμίσουν, με αποτέλεσμα να είναι αρκετά πολύπλοκο. Ορμόμενος λοιπόν από όλα αυτά τα πράγματα που είχα διαβάσει, ξεκινάω να πετάω, δύσκολο, κάποια στιγμή έφτασα σε ένα σημείο με τη βοήθεια κάποιων φίλων από τη Μεγάλη Βρετανία, που αυτοί με πείσανε να πάω και στο VR και εννοείται δεν το μετανιώσα ποτέ, δεν μπορώ να πετάξω πια με οθόνη. Οπότε είπα, επειδή έχουμε ένα σμήνος στους Άνζους Αυστραλούς που πετάω μαζί, που πετάει Α10, βρήκα μια ευκαιρία, βρήκα έναν γνωστό μου εκεί, το Wedge, και του λέω πάμε να πετάξουμε Α10 να μου θυμίσεις 2 πράγματα. Ο άνθρωπος δέχτηκε και αυτή η αποστολή που θα δείτε είναι μια τέτοια αποστολή που προσπάθησε ο άνθρωπος με πολύ φιλότιμο να μου θυμίσει μερικά βασικά πράγματα για μερικά από τα πάρα πολλά όπλα που παίρνει αυτό το αεροπλάνο και πώς να τα χρησιμοποιείς με την ακρίβεια που του αρμόζει. Στο σημείο αυτό να πω ότι το DCS, το παιχνίδι που παίζουμε, έχει μια στρατιωτική έκδοση, το MFS, το οποίο το χρησιμοποιούν στην Davis Monthan, την μητρική βάση των Α10 στην Αμερική, για να κάνουν εκπαίδευση με VR οι πιλότοι οι νέοι στο Α10, γιατί το Α10 δεν έχει βγει διθέσιο, οπότε χρειάζεται να μάθουν γρήγορα τα συστήματα του αεροπλάνου και χρησιμοποιούν λοιπόν το MFS και το VR για την εκπαίδευση των πιλότων. Πάμε λοιπόν να απολαύσουμε την πτήση με τον Wedge και ευπρόσδεκτα τα σχόλιά σας ως συνήθως. Τα λέμε στην επόμενη πτήση.
So, when we take off, we want to go no higher than 3,000 feet, and we're going to turn left around the racetrack.
Okay, standard departure, eh?
Yeah, through the flex departure.
Flex 1, copy.
Yep.
And you want me close formation during the departure?
No, spread out a little because there's been desync, so
Okay.
I'd hate to crash.
Yeah.
Okay, pitot heat on, anti-collisions on.
Okay.
Positions locked, steady.
Okay. Where is the decollision?
Sorry, mate.
Where is the decollision light?
So on your right hand hip, there's your lights panel. And you'll see its position lights flash and steady, and then you got formation light knob in the middle, and then over to the right you have anti-collision.
Yeah, it's on. Okay.
It's on. Okay. Flaps to half.
Half means 15?
Yeah, the green line.
The green line, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, done.
And then I put the pitot heat on, which is off near the CDU, bottom right of the CDU. This square topped button.
Yes, on.
Pitot heat on. And then we're right to go.
Yeah, ready.
Alright. One's rolling. So I'll hold 200 knots for you so you'll be able to catch up.
Airborne visual. Joining left side.
Yep, we're going to make a left-hand turn. Left turn around the racetrack.
Visual.
Making a left turn now.
Go.
And then we go over these hills to the right, over to the dry lake. And we can start the climb now. We'll climb 15,000.
Go. Δύσκολο λίγο να εκτιμήσω την ταχύτητα, αλλά τα καταφέρνω. Το θέμα είναι ότι έχει αργή απόκληση ο κινητήρας σε σχέση με άλλο αεροπλάνο, οπότε θέλει πιο πολύ προσοχή. Μου είπε route, για να δούμε. Saddled left.
Okay, full throttles. I have you. So if you see off our nose, there's like a dry lake bed.
Yep.
which that is Dry Lake, and that's our departure. Once we get to there, we can go to the range.
Cool.
It gets us out of the way of the fast jets on their dream departure.
Nice.
Okay, we're going to make a left turn for steer point 3.
Visual.
Got you, visual.
Left side.
Got you. So if steer point 3 is our echo point, we'll put a hold in at Charlie 15. So we'll keep turning south of waypoint, steer point 3.
Cool.
And we'll get to 15,000. So what I think we'll do to start with will be identifying targets and setting up mark points. Are you happy to know how to set up mark points?
Sure. Lead the way. I will try to do my best.
No, you're okay. So if you use your TMS switch and go left long, you'll see in your TAD, up in the top right, it'll say SPI on, and it'll be highlighted.
Yes, it's highlighted on.
So we should be able to see each other's SPI. Now this has been playing up lately,
Yeah.
but I can see you as a blue circle, and I
Yep.
can see your SPI back at waypoint 5
Okay.
is your SPI.
How do I turn on my Scorpion helmet mounted system?
Okay, so down by your right hip, near the light panel, there's a switch that says on, off, bat. And you want to put that in on. It's just below the TACAN power switch.
Okay, thank you.
It's a very, very good helmet.
Yeah, I know. I think it's the best out there. I haven't
Yeah, it
seen
is.
F-35, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so on the TAD, a couple of things you'll notice is your SPI will be a 3-tiered wedding cake, and my SPI will be a 2-tiered wedding cake.
Okay, can you tell me how to adjust the range scale on my TAD?
Yes, so coolie hat left long to make your TAD soy.
Coolie hat, coolie left long, sorry.
Yep.
Okay, done.
And you get the green box around it, and then DMS up and down will adjust the range. So up will make it zoom in.
Done it, thank you. So I have this 3-tier wedding cake, this is my speed?
Yes, now we're at 15,000, so we'll just hold this altitude.
Yeah, and this wedding cake is on our 7 o'clock left, below, behind us?
Yes, that is yours. That is 3-tiered.
Okay.
So I can see your blue circle where you are, and then I can see a blue line from you to your SPI.
You see
And if
this?
I look with my helmet, I can see that in the sky as well.
Okay, I don't see the line, but okay, no worries.
Can you see my jet?
I can see your jet on the TAD with a blue circle.
Yes. And is there a blue line going off to about 2 o'clock?
No, I cannot say so, but I can see I can see your speed on 11
Yep.
to 10 2 to 1 o'clock.
Yep, out that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'll get you to do, if you climb to 16,000, I'll go
Okay.
back down to 15,000. That'll put us a bit of separation.
Okay, I am 16,000 now.
We'll just keep pushing over a little bit till we get closer to the range. Then we'll put it in a hold.
Roger.
So, something you can try while you're flying over to the hold. If you look around with your helmet, wherever your little cross is in the middle of your helmet, if you DMS right long, it will adjust your camera to that point, your TGP.
I need to turn on the TGP, yeah?
Oh, yep, turn on the TGP, yep.
And select it to ground, okay?
Yeah, you'll have to wait for it to cool down.
Yes, it is okay, cool down. I have picture, I have image. It says not soy, I have to do it soy.
No, doesn't need to be soy.
Okay, it works like a charm. I have this dotted rectangle, square,
Yes.
where I demus right.
And that's your field of view.
Mm-hmm.
So that's everywhere where the TGP is looking. So let's just put it into a left-hand orbit.
Yeah, visual. Going trail.
And I'll just put the autopilot on. Altitude hold.
Roger.
Okay, so tell me when you are ready to go.
Ready.
Okay, so if your TAD is soy
It is.
and you move your TDC cursor, you'll see a little green cross moving around on your screen.
Yes.
If you put that over my SPI
Done.
and then push TMS forward long,
I have a yellow line.
yep.
No,
And did your speed change? Not yet?
no, not yet. This yellow line disappears when I release the Timus.
Yes.
It should be long.
TMS forward short, then TMS forward long maybe. That should set your SPI to where my SPI is. There it is. So now your SPI is on top of my SPI.
Okay. On our 6
So
o'clock,
if
right?
I... Yeah, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, yes.
Yeah.
If I found targets, which we'll do in a minute, I could set my SPI and then you could easily put your cursor over it, do it. I can also send you that SPI as a task. We'll do that one day.
Yeah, not now.
And you can select it and pick it up, but that's for another day.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you've got a SPI. If you go China hat forward long,
China hat, forward long, okay.
yep.
Okay.
So that's slave all to SPI. So that means that your TGP is now looking at your SPI.
Okay. And I need to turn further left, huh? Yeah.
Yep. Now while we're here, we might as well turn the Mavericks on, by the way. Something and
Dismus,
fence in air to ground.
that means master arm on.
Yeah, I leave it off until I'm just about to shoot, but I don't know, what do they do in the real world? Do they
Yeah.
turn it on at fence in?
No worries, I don't know. No worries, doing with your pace. Follow along.
Okay. Yep.
So, laser,
Yes, I put the laser on, the gun pack on, and I leave the master arm in safe until I'm IP inbound.
Okay, gun pack arm upwards or downwards?
Yes, up.
Okay, I have this done. How do I power on my Mavericks? Dismus page?
So down the bottom you'll see a MAV page, M-A-V.
Ah, yes.
Select that.
Yep.
And then up the top of the right-hand row you'll see EO off.
Yep.
Push the button and it'll go EO on.
Thanks. Ready?
That's electrical optics or electro-optics or something like that.
Cool.
If you go back to your Dismus page
I am there.
and then select your OSBs for the AGM65Ds.
Both of them?
Yep, both of them.
Done.
And so that'll be ready when the Mavericks cool down. Then they will be ready to go and we'll be able to make a run in and do a Maverick pass.
Okay, for now, Maverick page says align.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and it'll do that until you've made 3 minutes, I think it is, of power on time so that you cool everything down and then it'll be right to go. Okay, so while we're here in a circuit waiting for our Mavericks, once we get around again, we can go to the range and find some vehicles.
Roger.
So,
Ah, you changed your speed, huh?
yeah,
Yeah, okay. Now I
now
get
it's
it.
back to where you were.
Yeah, now I see how it works. Okay, thanks. Have I told you that I have met the most famous guys, one of the most famous guys in the A-10 community?
Oh, really?
Yes, Eric Salomonson, the number 2
Okay.
on the formation that they killed 28 Iraqi tanks in one day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, great guy. Most
That'd
of
be
them-
cool.
Yes, most
Good
of
story.
them with a gun. Most of them with a
Yeah.
gun.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So if you make your TGP soy,
It's soy,
and then you can go China hat forward short,
China hard forward short. Yes.
and it'll go into your narrow field of view.
Yep.
And then I have selected there's 4 trucks on the far side of the range. That is
Okay.
my SB.
I think I see the circles on the target range. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And the road going north, I think.
Yep.
That's what I can see. Where do I look for the trucks?
So it's completely the other side of the range. So you have the range buildings and the circle formation of range buildings.
Yes, I have those.
And it is north west of those. If you find my SB, it's on the truck now.
Looking. Okay, your speed is on our 3 o'clock now.
Yep. So hey, your SB is just off of my SB.
I cannot tell. Yes, it is.
Yep. So you just got to get your speed of mine. So when we come round, you'll be able to look at mine with the TAD, or you can do it with your helmet. If you make your helmet soy by pushing coolie hat down short and then move your TDC cursor, there'll be a square that you can move around, like a targeting square.
18 miles of Wedge, Nellis.
Can you see that when your helmet's soy?
Not yet. Can you repeat, please?
Okay, so make your helmet soy with coolie hat down short,
Coolie hat down short.
and you should see a little asterisk in your helmet under the speed readout.
Yes, I have the asterisk.
Okay, so if you look generally over your shoulder at where my speed is, you'll see it in your helmet.
Okay, yeah.
And then use your TDC cursor, and that little square, put that over my speed. TMS forward short, and then TMS forward long, and you should move your speed to my speed.
Come again with the TMS.
TMS forward short, and
Okay.
TMS forward long. And your speed should move to my speed.
Okay, done it.
There you go. Okay, so if you go China hat forward long,
Where is
That
China
should-
hat? Okay, yeah.
that should zoom in all your cameras, TGP and everything.
Yep, I got it.
Okay, so if you zoom right in,
How do I zoom the DGP?
you field of view with China hat forward short. If your TGP is soy,
29 miles northeast of Nellis.
so is your TGP soy?
Yes.
So you can use China hat forward short is your field of view, and then DMS up and down is your zoom.
Okay, have it. What kind of picture do I have? Black hot, white hot? Because I did
I
something
leave-
and changed.
So your boat switch changes it from black hot to CCD, which is your normal camera, to white hot.
I think I screwed this up.
That's okay. Do you know which one is your boat switch?
Yes.
So the boat switch should be in the middle, and I just,
Nellis traffic.
for these static targets, I just leave it on the CCD screen. It's plenty enough to pick up the targets.
36 miles, 35,000 feet. Which one is radio 3?
The FM,
AM. Which one is this?
FM, so the VHF, UHF is the ARC 210 at the top, which is the digital one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the middle box is the UHF,
Mm-hmm.
and the rear box is the FM.
Okay. I turn it off because I have chatter.
So your chatter is on 305, which is on the middle box,
Yes.
or the top box, whichever you've got 305 set on.
It's off
So
now.
we just,
No worries.
yeah, turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off. So, back to the TGP work. I don't see anything. We need to come around, huh?
We need to come around, yep. So when you come around, if you get your speed right on where my speed is, and you can do that with your camera as well, you can see where your camera field of view is with your helmet, that dotted rectangle or dotted square. Put it over my speed and zoom it right in. You should be able to see my targets.
Yep.
Now we have other ways of doing this as well, but we'll just stay with the basics.
Yep, thanks.
So you should see 4 trucks when you come into view.
Okay, I see the 4 trucks, 2 and 2. There is a little bit
Yep, 2
gap.
and 2.
Yeah.
So if you put your TGP over one of the trucks and then go TMS right short, that sets a mark point.
TMS right short. What is TMS? Okay. It didn't work. Right short.
Yeah, it won't show anything. It'll just be a mark point. And then move to the next truck and do it again, and you'll get another mark point, and then do the next truck, and then do the next truck. So you should end up with 4 mark points, which are on all 4 trucks.
Okay, I pressed the DGP 4 times.
Yep.
The Timus 4 times. How can I say I have the mark points?
Okay, that's what we're about to do. So under your CDU, which is your nav computer type thing, there's 2 grey knobs. One says steer point and one says page. By your left, by your right thigh, sorry.
The rocker switches?
Yeah, under the rocker switches, you have the grey knobs. The left-hand knob says steer PT. You know, you've got the two brass switches that you turn your navigation system on when you start the alignment.
Yeah.
Under that, right under that, there's 2 grey knobs with a white switch in the middle.
Yeah.
The left-hand,
Yeah.
the left-hand knob.
Okay.
We want to switch the left-hand knob to mark.
Done.
Okay, now in the bottom right of your HUD, it should say A, mark A.
It says A, mark A, thanks.
Yep. So now if you make your HUD soy by coolie hat up short,
Okay, I have the asterisk.
then you can use your DMS switch up and you'll go to mark point B, mark point C, mark point D.
Yes, thank you. Works.
Okay, so once we have a mark point, we could then go China hat forward long, and it should slave everything to that mark point. So when we're going to do our Maverick run, we can fire off on mark point A and then select mark point B. We can either do it with the HUD soy, although we're going to need to have our Maverick soy, so it's going to make it confusing. Or we can just use the steer rocker on the left-hand side of the upfront controller.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yep. I've got a button mapped on my steering wheel that sits in front of me too.
Yeah, I have an Apple controller. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so we will make a run in. If we put Maverick on your left-hand screen, master arm to arm, we have mark point A selected.
Mark point A, remind me with Timus.
Yep.
Okay, A
Or
selected.
that steer rocker. If you use the steer rocker on the upfront controller.
Okay.
Okay, now if you go China hat forward long,
Okay, China hat forward long. Okay,
Yep.
I have a... Is slewing the
Then
Maverick this bit of view?
yep,
Okay,
it's slewing the Maverick to it. So if you make your Maverick soy, coolie hat left long,
yeah. Done?
and then if you go China hat forward short, it'll zoom the Maverick in.
Yep.
Let's
Done.
level our wings out and aim at the target.
Okay, leveling. Visual. Can I zoom in?
You can't zoom, you can only change the field of view.
Okay.
Now, we're
okay.
still 22 miles out, so
Ah.
we're way out of range.
Okay, thank you. 8 miles for the Maverick?
Yeah, maybe less, depending on how much contrast there is
Mm-hmm. Got you.
for the Mavericks to pick up.
Nice. Can you tell me again
Hey.
how do I switch the polarity on the DGP? I have this very black picture and I suspect it's black hot.
Yep, so up the top right-hand corner, it should say B hot
Yeah,
or CCD or white hot. So you need to make your TGP soy,
yeah.
and then your boat switch. Aft is white hot, center is CCD, the normal camera, and then forward is black hot.
Oh, thank you. But
For
now
today, I leave it.
yes.
I leave it in CCD.
I have only white hot and black hot. Forward and
Oh,
aft.
your boat switch doesn't have a middle position then.
Okay, got it. I have a middle position and it's CCD now.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yep. So if we were looking for convoys or something that were hot, I would definitely go to white hot and have a look. But
Yeah.
I use both white hot and CCD to find targets because they
Yeah.
stand out more sometimes.
How can I
So just
how can I resume my DGP to the targets mark point A because I lost track? I did
yes.
something
So
there?
China hat forward long.
Oh, great. Thank
That
you
is
for-
your friend.
Thank you for putting up with me. Nice.
No, you're right.
Nice.
You're doing a great job. So we're just going to keep moving on into the target.
Yep. Trail 2 miles.
Yep, no worries. So mine's just coming into range at 9 miles, but we'll need to get a fair bit closer. Now, when you're getting closer within range, you push TMS forward short with your Maverick soy, and you'll notice the reticle line will join together in the center and will start to shake.
Yes, it detects the contrast, huh?
Yes, and then it knows. So I'm in now, and I'll go rifle.
And what do I do again? Dimus or Timus? DMS?
TMS forward short.
Yes, I got it.
Rifle, second rifle on mark. So I'm going to go off here to the west.
Okay.
So I fired on mark point A and mark point B.
Okay, and I will shoot also to mark point B. No. Okay. Rifle. I shoot also to mark point B, following you left turn.
Yep.
Okay, use class 1.
Yep.
Very nice. I don't think I hit anything. Oh.
There you go. There's one.
Nice. Nice.
So I think both of mine hit the same target. I'll have to practice that again.
Okay.
So let's just move back to Charlie 15.
What is that, Charlie 15?
Oh, so your keyhole for CAS. So Echo is your middle point, and then A, B, C, D. So A is north, B is east, C is south, D is west. So if we say Charlie
Okay.
15, it's south 15 miles
From the target, you mean?
from the, what we call the Echo point. So sometimes it'll be the target, sometimes it'll be a known geographical feature close to
Okay.
the target.
Yeah.
So it's easy to ascertain where you are.
Okay,
And
Charlie
it just
is
gives
south.
us a,
Okay, Charlie is
yeah,
south.
Charlie is south. Yeah.
So, Alpha is north,
Yes.
Bravo is east,
Yes.
Charlie south,
Yes.
Charlie Delta west,
Yeah, Delta is west.
and,
And
the
Echo is the middle point.
Echo is the middle point, and the number that comes after the letter is the distance.
Yes. So if we go
Oh.
Charlie 15, then you're heading 15 miles south of the target.
Okay, I see now that I am 12 miles from
Yeah.
mark point B. Oh, cool. Very
So we're going to do that again,
Yep.
and we'll use our GBU 38s. So to select those, the best way to do it is have your HUD as soy with coolie hat up short,
Done.
and then use your DMS switch to the right or left.
Okay.
And it'll pick up different weapons. So you keep selecting it to GBU 38 comes up.
Yes, it is, and also CCRP
And-
came up for
Yes.
a second or two.
Yes, and that is how it'll be. So Later on, when we fly again, we'll go into the setting up bomb profiles, mostly for your laser-guided GBU-12s, etc. It's got a bit of a thing where if you just select from the Dismas page, it will default the profile you set up. So if you set up auto-lasing and an auto-lase time, for instance, it will default it back to being off and 0, and you'll miss. So you have to select your weapons via the HUD.
Thank you.
Right,
So,
I'm at 17 miles, so I'm going to go into a hold,
yeah. 1 mile trail.
counterclockwise,
Yep. Speed
and
check,
I'm at
please.
14,000 feet, so you should be, if you're above 15,000, that'll be fine.
Okay. Can you
Okay.
tell me your speed, please?
A current speed 254.
Okay. 15,000 visual.
Yep. Okay, so I've set a SPI
Uh-huh.
on some parked vehicles.
Okay. What should I do now?
So you can, if you have a look with your helmet,
Yes, I'm looking.
I'm just going to level out a bit.
Yep.
Okay, it's getting a little bit confusing to see all this stuff because we have mark points in place.
Mm-hmm.
But you could put your SPI over my SPI.
DMS, right?
No, so point your helmet at it,
Yes.
move your center box, and then TMS forward short, TMS forward long.
The box doesn't move.
Just go China hat, aft short.
Okay.
It's still not moving. Mine's not either.
Yeah, doesn't mean.
Why is that happening, I wonder?
Okay.
That should recage that. Right, I'll have to Google that in a minute.
Yep.
Oh, you got to make the HUD soy, the helmet soy,
The helmet, sorry. Cool it down.
cool it down. And that's better. Now you've got it. China hat aft short recages it.
Okay, we need to come around for doing that
Yeah.
because I am following you 3 miles behind you.
Yep.
The distance below your blue circle on the Scorpion helmet is the number is my distance from you, correct?
I think it's my altitude.
Are you on 3,000 now?
No. Should be 14,000.
Because it says 3. Outside
Oh, okay.
outside your blue circle
It says 3.
3, yeah.
That must be 3 miles. Mine of yours is 15.
Yes, that's my altitude.
Yeah. But if I look at you, it says 2. Ah, I see. It's
Yeah,
different on the TAD to the helmet. The TAD gives altitude, the helmet gives distance by the look of that.
Yes,
There you go. Learn
yeah,
something new every day.
that's my motto.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try something here.
New tasking. Oh, thanks.
So that should be, if you push Wilco on the left-hand side.
Says can't comply, red. How do I change that?
The one side says
Yes. Sorry.
Wilco. Yep.
Okay. Wilco pressed. Thank you.
Now, if you should be, I'm pretty sure. how to make that your SPI. I think that is your SPI now. If you once you hit Wilco. So if you go,
Yeah. I have my SPI roughly at the same distance. Yes, it was. Yes, I think they are superimposed exactly.
yep,
Because
there you go.
I cannot tell which Wendy cake is which. Yeah.
Yep. So I think I need to reset that now.
Yeah, no worries. Are you descending?
No, 14,200.
Okay, I am ascending, sorry.
Okay, let me just send you this again.
Roger. Okay, Wilco.
And that should be the vehicles. If you zoom, China hat forward long,
With what, sorry?
with your, doesn't matter what is soy, China hat forward long works for everything.
China hat forward long. Okay.
And then if you make your TGP soy and then zoom right in, fingers crossed, you should see some parked trucks.
How do I zoom in on the TGP?
So with your TGP, China hat forward short for field of view, and then DMS forward for zoom in.
Oh,
I'm just
nice.
mark.
I have some trucks there.
Ah, there you go. So that works.
Oh,
So there's a
nice.
good way to not need you to muck around putting your SPI on my SPI. I can just send it to you like that,
Yes, please. Yes, please.
and
I'm
then
very-
and then
very
away you go.
Yeah, nice. So,
Okay, so once we come around, we're going to do our run in again,
okay.
and we're going to drop GBU 38s.
Roger.
Now, as you come in, you can adjust your TGP, and it will fine-tune where your bombs are going to land. On the bottom left of the HUD, it should say TGP. Is that what it says?
No.
What does yours say?
On the bottom left side of the HUD says, from top to bottom, arm, ready, mark.
Oh, mark point. Okay. So what that mark means is what has set your SPI. So your SPI is a mark point. So it must come from me as a mark point. So that's okay. Right, we can fly in, and we'll drop a GBU 38.
I have a clear view on the tracks on the TGP. Should I designate those as target?
Yes, you can designate the TMS right short for mark point. It's always good to set a mark point because if you do lose your TGP picture, you can always go back to it.
Okay, so it made a mark point that will be mark point delta.
Yep.
So if I select with the steer rocker switch on the upper control, it will go there.
Yes.
Okay, nice. Oh. So I have mark point delta, right side on the HUD, and bottom left side says
Leveling
also
out.
mark. Yeah, visual.
So you should see when you get in line, you'll see ASL
Yes, I have.
like that vertical bomb line,
Yes.
and then at GBU 38's not so bad. If you're flying in a rough direction, you will get a good shoot queue. So up the top left-hand side of the HUD, it's a little bit hard to see because it's so small, but there'll be a range caret put there and a little scale. It says V1, V2. It's sort of superimposed in there. You'll see it in a minute when we get closer.
Yes, I have a V1 with an asterisk,
Yep.
and below that V2.
Yep. So that's the radios. That tells you what radio channel on. So that is nothing, but there should be a little rectangle in there.
Yes, it is.
So that rectangle will grow into a range scale, and you'll get a little caret that'll come down into that. When it gets within range, above GBU 38, further down the HUD, you'll see man REL or manual release, and that tells you
Okay.
that you're within range and you can fire the weapon.
Roger.
When you fire the GBU 38, hold the pickle button for 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
If you just touch it and let it go, it'll abort it and you'll have to take the bomb back to the airfield.
Yep.
So once you have the trucks, there's like a left-hand row and a right-hand row of trucks. As you come in range, fire on one and then move your TGP to the other. TMS forward long, and then pickle the next weapon off, and we should get one bomb on each side of the target.
Okay. Don't be so sure that I can do that.
Okay. See how you go.
I have targeted
If you-
the far,
Yep.
the far to left tracks.
Okay, you do the left ones, I'll do the right ones. That'll
Yes.
be better.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
And then we know what's hitting.
Yeah. So.
And then I've got about 10 minutes left and I'm going to head off for the night.
Yeah. No worries. You can left anytime.
It's good. Been good fun.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so my range carrot's just coming in.
I don't see anything.
It'll come up shortly and it'll grow. You'll see it.
Okay, I have the carrot moving from left to right.
Should be moving down.
Yes, down. Sorry.
Yes. That's okay.
Okay, here comes the bracket. Oh, nice. Now I get it.
Now you see what's happening. The bracket,
Yeah.
that was the word I was looking for before.
Yeah.
And then when you get in range, it'll come up and it'll say
Manual release. Yeah.
manual release. You'll fire one off if you want to wait and fire another one. So I'm in range. One away,
Okay.
two away. And then I'll go off to the west.
Off to the west, that means left, okay?
Left, left, yep.
I am blind now, 15,000, and visual.
That's okay.
And visual. Okay, the carrot coming down. The carrot is in the bracket, but okay, manual release.
Yep, it'll get there.
Okay, one bomb's away. Timus forward. Second bomb away. Off left.
And I just try and keep the TGP in
Okay, visual.
visual.
Yeah, on my left 9 o'clock and watching for my bomb impact to see what happened. The TGP is on the right side, okay.
Yep, one shack.
Okay. Okay. Don't think I hit anything. Oh, okay. I hit something.
You hit something.
Yes, but strafe soft AI tag strafe soft target. I don't know what is that. Okay, no worries. Let's get back.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So we might go and call it a night.
Yeah, yes, of course.
So if you go on your, you can fence out,
Yep.
and then
I will get my
I
way
don't know
back
if
to
you-
this. No worries.
yeah.
No worries. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks very much, Rusty. That was good flying.
Yeah.
I hope you had fun.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
So, anytime you want to go for a fly, let me know.
Yeah, probably. Give me a general direction on where Nellis is from your
Okay,
current
so
position.
if you change your steer point knob from mark back to mission, that's the one under the CDU.
Okay, done.
And then you'll see bottom right of your HUD should be back to having the steer points. If you select steer point 2,
Okay, 2.
actually make it steer point. Yep, so 1, make it steer point 1.
1, mission 0, says there.
Yep, mission 0. And then if you go China hat forward long, that will put you on initial for 2-1.
China hat forward long. And should something happen?
So your TAD, have you got your TAD back on your left screen?
Yep.
Okay, so your TAD should have a yellow square and
Yeah,
your
okay. Yeah,
wedding
yeah,
cake should be up there.
Thank you.
And then
Yeah.
it'll hook itself to you so you can fly to it.
Thank you
And
very much.
up in your, which I think is similar to F-16, so on your velocity vector you'll have a little line coming out of it that points you to the steer point.
Ah, the sperm. Yeah.
The sperm.
Yes, we'll call it the sperm in the F-16.
Yep.
In Greek.
Yep.
Because
In Greek.
we are not political correct.
I love it. Good
Yes,
work.
The Americans say the lollipop.
The lollipop, yeah, well they would.
Yes, but it's inverted. It's inverted.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It's the wrong way around. It's more like a sperm.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, I'm going to jump off.
Yeah. Take care. Thank you very much. Obliged.
Thank you. That was good fun.
Yep. Bye.
See you, mate.
Bye. Nice. Κάναμε ζημιά, μπορεί να πεις. Εκεί είναι η Νέλης όμως. Άλλο το τετράγωνο, άλλο να έβγε και πάλι το σπέρμ. Οκ. Άρα αυτό είναι εκεί. Και αν κάνω China hat forward θα πάει εκεί. Γιατί δεν βλέπει εκεί που θέλω. Nelly's traffic, angry, 1-2, 20 miles north-northeast from your station for right initial 2-1. Ας κλείσουμε το Scorpion. Ίσως δουλεύει με τίμους όπως το F-16. Όχι, δεν δουλεύει. Οκ. 12, για να βάλουμε 12. 12. Ή τι έχει η Νέλης, μήπως έχει κάτι άλλο θα έχει η Νέλης. Άρα δεν είναι 12. Κλείσουμε το DCP. Λοιπόν, όπως είδατε, δεν πολύ θυμάμαι τώρα τα στοιχεία για το Α10, αλλά από τι αεροπλάνο είναι. Αν θυμάμαι καλά θέλει τα speed brakes 60% έξω. Αν απογειωθήκαμε 150, όσο να θέλει, να μην θέλει 130 τώρα, τόσο βάρος για την προσέγγιση. Λογικά, ωραία, είμαι στο motorway. Agree 1 to right initial for brake to 1 right. Okay. Παρατρίχατε, γλιτώσαμε. Για να δούμε πως υπάρχει κανείς εκεί. Όχι. Όχι. Λοιπόν, 3.000. Agree 1 to brake for right base to 1 right. Νομίζω κάτω από 200 καλά θα είμαστε για να κατεβάσουμε και τα flaps. Α, τα flaps είναι κάτω από 180 νομίζω, ναι. Οκ. Βέβαια δεν θυμάμαι τώρα πόσα flaps κατεβάζουμε, αλλά εντάξει είμαστε. Λοιπόν, 3 πράσινα, μοχλός κάτω, flaps κάτω. Τάξη landing light on. Ωραία. Αυτό έχει ακλοφατάκι εκεί. Ωραία. Εδώ είμαστε. Πράσινο κυκλάκι. Να κόψουμε λίγο ταχύτητα. Αντισταθμίσουμε. Πηγαίνει μόνο του. Ωραία. Άτε, 135 προσέγγιση μας. 130 ίσως. Angry 1, right base 3 clean, full stop to 1 right. Άτε, μόνο του πάει. Μόνο του. Brakes είπαμε. Οκ, δεν έχω brakes. Οκ. Για να δούμε, θα καταφέρουμε να προσγειωθούμε χωρίς speed brakes. Ναι, δεν το έχω φτιάξει, πρέπει να το φτιάξω. Ψηλός.
Altitude.
Έλα ρε κοπελιά. Ψηλός και γρήγορος. Πάμε go around. Έλα. Και θα μείνουμε κάτω από 180 να μην ανεβάζουμε τα συστήματα. Και πάμε να φτιάξουμε το speed brake. Adjust controls. Δεν θα το φτιάξουμε σήμερα, δεν δουλεύει. Δεν πειράζει, πάμε. Για πάμε λίγο. Adjust controls, τι έγινε ρε παιδιά. CDU panel. Ωραία. Ωραία. Speed brake, όχι. Δεν βλέπω τίποτα. Ωραία, τουλάχιστον ανεβαίνουμε. Οκ. Για να το φτιάξουμε. Speed brake, adjust controls. Δεν δουλεύει τίποτα εδώ. Πάμε εδώ. Speed brake. S. Χώτας, το έχει χώτας. Το έχει χώτας, ωραία. Το έχει χώτας. Ωραία. 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 Adjust controls, speed brakes. Χώτα speed brakes. Χώτα speed brake switch aft. Cancel. Έλα ρε φίλε, γάμω το σπίτι σου. Clear combo. Συγγνώμη, δεν δουλεύει αυτό. Στο διάλο. Η μανέτα δουλεύει, τα κουμπιά δεν δουλεύουνε. Εντάξει, τι να πω εγώ τώρα. Να τρακάρουμε εδώ σήμερα. Πάμε στο left.
Altitude. Το steering είναι κάπου, είναι εδώ το steering τώρα.
Ας σπάσουμε καμιά λάμπα έτσι που πάει. Και φύγαμε.